moving from .NET applications to these Java, Spring Boot, microservices like Angular front end. So it is so basically they receive the orders, which was in old system it was connected to the .NET was connected to a C++ SIM server. So basically they store all the information in the Oracle database. So they wanted to migrate all the on-premise to AWS cloud, where I got a chance to work on the Java Spring Boot microservices. So I understand the BAU, like what is a .NET code. So I have prepared a high-level document for that, and what are the modules like we have segregated the team members how many
Okay.
components we can develop, like how many microservices,
Sure.
like what are the things we can do, all this
Yeah.
thing. Like basically I was involved in activity like development, and I was working for the code coverage as well, like JUnit 4, like Mockito. I was using Mockito for the Sonar Cube test to cover the Sonar Cube test cases. So they were
Sure.
mentioning like 90% to be coverage for it, and then
Thanks.
finally it will
Thanks.
be deployed in EC2 instances.
Yeah.
Yes,
What is your core skill? It's .NET or Java?
Java now. I'm working in Java only,
No, now is
pa
fine, but I mean, how you rate yourself? Better in Java or better in .NET?
Now I'm not in .NET, right? I'm outdated. Like full time, I'm working in Java only now. So
Okay.
good and I'm better now in Java.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
basically
Which version of Java you are more comfortable with?
Java 8.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So I was working like this in migration progress. Entirely like Verizon was moving all the on-premise applications to the AWS cloud. So this was the activity where it is a skill set was a Spring Boot microservice backend development. So I worked on it.
Okay. Which version of Java you comfortable with?
Java 8.
Okay. Can you tell me new features of Java 8?
Stream API, predicate, and optional uh, local date, and these are the features which I have worked on. Functional interface as well.
Okay. Yeah. Can you have an ID in your laptop
Yeah,
or any notepad?
yeah, I have ID.
Okay. Yeah. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, okay, sure.
And you are looking for full stack role, is it? The total experience is
Total
your total experience is
9 years.
okay. You are looking for full stack role or working role?
Like full stack role, basically. I have, if I get a chance to work on front end as well as I'll be able to learn sooner. Like I have worked on Angular JS and Angular 6 and 7, and
Okay.
in previous projects I got a chance to work on it. Okay, I have just opened the Eclipse.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
So can you write a function interface and implement a line expression?
okay.
Which version of Spring you have used?
Spring, I have worked on 2.5, and
Okay.
recently I have worked on 3. That is the last version which I worked.
Okay.
So you want to create a functional interface, right?
Hmm.
So do you have any like any method I can write it, right? So or you
Some operations, some mathematical operations or something you can write.
okay,
To
fine.
start off with, or anything if you have in mind, yeah.
I
See,
think
let's say,
this basically it will add these two numbers, and I return returning some integer, right? So based on that, I'll get that output and I'll be printing that value.
okay, yeah, something like this we have, okay, variables. of integers. Okay.
Hmm.
I want to double the each of number. I mean, multiply each number with it the same. Okay, and find the even numbers in that list using streams.
You want to double the each number you're saying as for
Yeah, yeah. I mean, basically what you need to do is you need to multiply each number with the same. Okay,
multiply the each number
with
with the
with its with
with the
same. I
same.
mean, with its with
Okay.
itself, with itself. Okay,
Okay.
multiply each number with itself, and the resultant number, right? Resultant array. Find the even numbers of the resultant array.
Find the even numbers.
Hmm.
Is there any
Using
limit for
using
for
streams.
okay? Is there any specific limit of numbers I need to do it? Multiply
Sorry,
with its number.
sorry.
Is there any specific limit like multiply with that number only, or is it
You multiply with that number only. Multiply with itself.
okay? Hmm. It should be like using the functional interface as well.
See, using Java 8 features, I want to do this change.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay. Okay. Fine.
see, you can use streams itself. Okay, constant interface and
Okay.
simply.
No, for basically like I want to have some initialize. Okay. If you
Hmm.
say stream dot off, so this is what you're saying, right? Yeah. Like,
Okay, fine.
so
Yeah, can you
basically,
explain what you have done?
okay. Basically, like, see, these are the stream. I mean, array of integers. Okay. I'm just storing in the stream interface, like stream interface. Basically, it is a collection. So where I'm mapping it to an integer, like multiplying the two numbers, number with itself. Okay, as you told. So once I got that output, I'll be filtering like whether it is an even number or not. So basically, I can do it here itself. So I'm just having a predicate like using a predicate interface where I'm just doing whether to return the even numbers only. So once it is true, I'm just collecting that information into the list.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah. So you're aware of design patterns?
Basically, I have worked on this creational design pattern like singleton and
Okay,
factory method design pattern.
okay,
So
okay.
these are the design patterns I have worked on.
What is a design pattern basically?
Basically, it is like whenever you are working with an software system, you
Can you,
you start implementing it
yeah,
will give you a solution for
you
a problem
stop sharing
statement.
and show. Can you
Stop.
stop sharing?
Okay, sure.
Then stop sharing. Um,
Okay.
okay, yeah, go on.
Huh. Basically, like when you're working with a problem statement, like with a software system, you want to know how to create an object, how to handle the class, and how you need to instantiate an object. Everything you need to know. So to cover all this, like we follow the design patterns, like which will help you for your problem statement while designing a software. So that is why we use design pattern.
So singleton pattern, where you have used?
Basically, like when working in the auto wire light in Spring Boot, the auto wire is nothing but a singleton design pattern. That is also one of the design pattern. Basically, it creates an object. So, and coming to like for different factory methods and all, we are using in our like basically like we are using in our collections as well. So all these are in already exist in the design pattern. We follow that.
Okay, yeah. You know about primary and marker interfaces, primary annotations in Spring.
Yeah. Basically,
Okay.
like,
Qualifier.
yeah. Uh, Basically, like when you have a bean, right? When you're returning a bean with the same type, so the Spring container will throw an exception like a bean exception. Okay, initialization factory exception. So it doesn't know which is the priority. So for in that scenario, we basically mention like annotation at that primary. So saying that when you are instantiating a bean life cycle, so it will go and start instantiating all those bean. So we can resolve that issue when you are instantiating your Spring Boot application. So at qualifier is nothing but it is one of the naming parentheses we use it to mention to connect to the respective bean when you want to instantiate. So we use this.
Okay. Yeah. In Spring, right, which modules you have used?
Spring, which modules means I didn't get you like, can you
I mean,
briefly?
Spring have so many modules, right? AOP, Web, MVC.
Okay.
Which
Uh,
modules you
Basically, I have worked in like an like a MVC model only, like a REST controller service and repository. So basically, like AOP, we have implemented, but we haven't used much aspected oriented program. We just used like before the method execution, like before action, like after method execution. So only this we have implemented in our aspect oriented programming.
Okay. So what is the difference between controller and REST controller?
Okay. Basically, nothing but REST controller is nothing but it will be having inbuilt like response body, request body, everything. Okay. So in controller, you need to mention all these things like what is the return type and what is the response body. All this information you need to provide. In Rust controller, basically like we have the mappings and all right. So in controller, we need to provide all those information like what is the return type, like when you're having a REST endpoint, what is the method, like whether it was JSON string, you need to mention all those informations as well.
Okay. Yeah. So how do you secure REST APIs and what part of security changes you have?
Basically, like we have implemented this like in previous projects in working on the Spring 2, right? We have worked on web security adapter, like extending like web security adapter, like we have overriding the methods so that we provide the authorization request like with the matches, right? Any matches, so we provide that. And coming to in Spring 3, we have used this resource authorization. Basically, like a key clock server will be providing the resource authorization, right? So basically, we have provided that a web security for the REST endpoint.